Have you ever looked in the mirror and noticed you have your mom's eyes? Or maybe you're tall, just like your grandpa. This isn't just a coincidence, it's science. It's a fascinating process called heredity. Heredity is the way living things pass down features, or what we call traits, from one generation to the next. Think of it like a family recipe book. Your parents each contribute a set of instructions, and those instructions combine to create a unique recipe for you. These instructions determine so many things: color of your hair, shape of your nose, whether you can roll your tongue. It's the ultimate hand-me-down, happening inside every living thing on Earth. Every living organism, whether it's a person, puppy, petunia, has a set of instructions inside its cells. These instructions are called genes. Genes are tiny segments of a very long molecule called DNA. DNA acts like a blueprint for building and running a body. Let's travel back in time to the 19th century to a quiet monastery garden in what is now the Czech Republic. This is where we meet our science hero, Gregor Mendel. Mendel was a monk, a teacher, a brilliant botanist. He was fascinated by the world around him, and he had a big question on his mind. He wanted to understand why and how traits were passed down in living things. While others had noticed these patterns, Mendel was the first to study them using the scientific method. He was organized, meticulous, incredibly patient. He didn't just look, he counted. For nearly a decade, Mendel carefully cross-pollinated thousands of pea plants. That means he played the role of a bee, taking pollen from one plant and transferring it to another. He would take a purebred tall plant and cross it with a purebred short plant. Then he would plant the resulting seeds and meticulously record what grew. He counted every single plant and categorized its traits. This wasn't just casual gardening. This was rigorous, data-driven science. Through his careful work, Mendel became known as the father of genetics. So, what did Mendel actually find in his garden? He took a pea plant that always produced purple flowers and crossed it with one that always produced white flowers. According to the old blending idea, you might expect pale lavender flowers. But that's not what happened at all. Every single one of the baby plants, the first generation, had purple flowers. It suggested one trait could be stronger than the other. This led Mendel to a brilliant idea: dominant and recessive. The purple flower trait was dominant. The white flower trait was recessive. It was still there, hiding in the plant's genetic makeup, masked by the dominant trait. Think of it like a game of rock, paper, scissors. The purple rock wins and shows up. The white trait is still there, waiting for its chance. Mendel then crossed those purple plants with each other. The white flowers made a comeback. In this second generation, about 3/4 were purple, 1/4 white. Mendel concluded each plant has 2 copies of the gene, one from each parent. When reproductive cells form, the 2 copies separate. This is his law of segregation. He tracked 2 traits at once: seed shape, round, wrinkled, and seed color, yellow, green. He discovered they were inherited independently. A plant could have round yellow, round green, wrinkled yellow, or wrinkled green seeds. This is his law of independent assortment. Getting one trait, like your dad's curly hair, doesn't mean you also get his eye color. Genes are sorted and passed on separately, creating endless combinations. These rules of heredity aren't just for pea plants. They're for you too. Let's take eye color. Brown is generally dominant over blue. That's why brown eyes are more common worldwide. If you get a brown eye gene from one parent and blue from the other, you'll most likely have brown eyes. But you still carry that recessive blue eye gene, so you could pass it on to your children. 2 brown-eyed parents can have a blue-eyed child if both carry that hidden blue gene. Mendelian magic in action. In medicine, genetics helps doctors understand, diagnose, and treat inherited diseases. Studying a family's genetic history identifies risks and enables targeted therapies. It's like a personalized health roadmap written in our DNA. It's a powerful tool for preventing and fighting illness. In agriculture, heredity is a game changer. Farmers used selective breeding for centuries to improve crops and livestock. They breed plants for disease resistance and animals for higher milk production. Today, genetic science brings greater precision, developing crops that can grow in difficult climates, require fewer pesticides, and provide more nutrition. This helps feed a growing global population more sustainably. Next time you see a field of corn, a litter of puppies, or your own reflection, think about heredity. From a monk's quiet garden observations to cutting-edge labs today, genes have transformed our world. It connects us to our ancestors, explains the incredible diversity of life, and holds keys to solving humanity's biggest challenges. Learning about genes is learning the essence of life, and that is awesome.